Okay.
All right, everybody, I'm gonna mute everybody for a moment, and then I'll explain what's going on. Mute all. Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to week 16 of Homemade with TGP. We are doing Thanksgiving sides this week, which is very exciting because that means Thanksgiving's here and it's almost the end of 2020. So tonight we have 3 people cooking. We have Robin Belfer doing her pecan sweet potato pie. We have Ellen Wasserman doing her sauteed mushrooms in a white wine sauce. And we have Bill Youberg teaching us how to make his roasted Brussels sprouts. So as with every week, if you have questions, you could either write it in the chat or you can just unmute yourself and ask your question. We're going to start off with, we're going to go in alphabetical order by last name this week. So if Robin, you can unmute yourself and you can start, and welcome everybody.
Hello, welcome to my little kitchen. I'm not cooking in Ellen's kitchen this week. If anybody wants to follow the recipe and has it, it's actually in the Temple Gates of Prayer cookbook. So, and if you are cooking with me, make sure you preheat your oven to 350. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pan my dish. This is my dish. Okay, the first thing to do is to bake 6 to 8 sweet potatoes. So I baked them earlier today because I like them to cool down. And so they look like this. They're really soft and mushy. You peel them and you put them in your bowl. And I'll show you my mash in a second. You mash it really well. Okay. Then you add to the mix. Let me get my masher out. I'm going to add, I have to read the instructions, I'm sorry. I'm going to add my tablespoon of vanilla, my Trader Joe vanilla, a 1/4 cup of orange juice, Trader Joe orange juice. I'm very into Trader Joe. 6 tablespoons of brown sugar. Again, Trader Joe. 2 tablespoons of, if it's dairy, you can use butter. If it's meat, you could use margarine. So 2 tablespoons melted. I melted it in the microwave. I got the brown sugar. Oh. 2 eggs beaten, which I decided to do on Zoom since I have to do something other than putting it in. So quiet. So beat the eggs. I'm beating 2 eggs. Pour it in. And then I'm going to put in, so I got sweet potatoes, brown sugar, 2 eggs beaten, orange juice, melted margarine or butter, vanilla, and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And let me just get out of this soon. And you basically mix it all together. Now look, I'll show you what the mix looks like. It's like it looks yucky right now, but I'm going to mix it all together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the oven and start baking it, but it takes between an hour and 20 minutes to bake. You kind of bake it till the top gets like done and brown. So I'll take it out like towards the end of the Zoom call, the meeting, and I'll show you what it looks like. I didn't make an extra one because that would have made a lot of sweet potatoes, and I wasn't sure if it would last till Thursday, so I figured I would just make the one recipe. So you take this mixture and you put it in your dish. And you kind of spread it out. So it looks like this. That's before we put the pecans on. Okay, for the topping, you take, I believe,
Excuse me, Robin, is that a baking dish?
yes, it's a baking dish.
Okay, that looks like a bowl. Oh, got it.
No, it's a
Okay.
baking dish. It's like a Pyrexy.
Robin, she's asking me if that's a baking dish. I go, why don't you just ask Robin if it's a baking dish? What do I know if it's a baking dish?
It's like a Pyrex baking dish, but it happens to be oval.
Can we put it in a pot, like a pie pan?
You can.
Okay.
I mean, it's just if you make like a lot of potatoes, it might be too much for a pie pan, but actually, it actually calls for a pie pan or a baking dish.
Got it.
Okay, so for the topping, you take 3 tablespoons of softened margarine or butter. You take a cup of pecans. So I buy pecans, again, at Trader Joe, all chopped up already, so I don't have to chop them. They're pecan pieces, unsalted. And I put that in my bowl and a half a cup of brown sugar. And you put that in my bowl, spoon out, and you kind of just mix it all together till it's like all, so like the pecans like have the coating on it of the butter and the sugar. I'll show you when I'm done what it looks like. I'm just kind of mixing it up. It just kind of looks, everybody see? Just like all mixed up together. I'm actually going to throw a little bit more pecans in there because I feel like it kind of.
Robin, could you
Yeah.
put those nuts in your muffins too?
Did I put nuts?
Those nuts. Can't you put those on your zucchini muffins?
Did I put them in my zucchini muffin?
Yeah.
Yes, I could. Didn't you put a walnut on top of the zucchini muffin?
I did. I did.
His muffins were all walnuts.
Okay, and then I'm gonna take the sweet potato mix, and I'm going just to like put it on and spread it out. Okay, so it's all on top like that. Okay, so I'm gonna put it in my oven, which has been preheating. Like I said, it says 1 hour and 20, but I find it's about an hour. It's usually all like crystallized, kind of like almost like brulee, because of the brown sugar, and everything's cooked. I mean, except the eggs, but an hour is a long time, eggs to cook. So I'm gonna put my timer on. An hour. And 1 second. And that's it. Now, this is my family's favorite recipe. We make it for every holiday, every Jewish holiday, every American holiday. There is somebody here that makes it. Oh, my friend Rona makes it. Mindy told me today she makes it. Judy Katz told me she makes it. So I guess a lot of people make this recipe and it's really delicious. So that's my sweet potato pie. And like I said, at the end, I'll pull it out and kind of show you what it sort of looks like cooked.
Robin, do you ever freeze it?
No. And, I was thinking, I had asked a friend and she said, why don't you cook it 3/4 of the way, freeze it, then take it out. But we love it so much that if we did that for Thursday and it didn't come out good, we'd be afraid, because we look forward to that every year. Because the top gets like kind of,
Crunchy?
like I'd be afraid if I froze it like already cooked that it would be too mushy.
Got it.
Does
The question?
Robin, an hour and change sounds like a long time for potatoes that are already cooked. Why does
But
it
they're-
take so long?
But it has eggs in it, and I mean that's the recipe. It's like I said, the recipe actually calls for 1 hour and 20 that it was given to me, but I usually cook it for about an hour, and it's like perfect. The top gets like browned and crispy. It's really good.
375?
350.
350. Okay, that's the reason.
Robin, you bake the potatoes first?
Yeah, I bake I bake 6 to 8 potatoes. I usually do it either the day before, the day of. Leave it in the cake, in the skin. I usually just throw them in the refrigerator, and when I'm about to, start making it, I peel them and put them in and mash them.
You bake
But they
them,
want them to be really, really soft, so when you
right,
make it,
but you bake them instead of boiling them, huh?
No, you bake them. It calls for baked potatoes.
Oh, okay.
I microwave them.
You microwave them?
I do. And
I-
if you wanted to freeze it, you could do it without the topping, freeze it, and then when you unfreeze it, then you put the topping on after it's thawed and bake it.
True.
So
We always make it the day of, so
we do too.
yeah.
We do also.
But that's true. You could microwave the potatoes. I don't know. I always bake them, but
I always wait till the last minute, so it has to be microwaved.
Oh.
You know me.
and I'm this planner, so
Robin, can you use Corningware instead of Pyrex?
you could use any baking dish that you want. As a matter of fact, I usually use this round Corningware, but I gave it to Allison to make hers for Thursday. So I don't have it. Or else I probably would have made it in my round.
You can even get like an aluminum tray. Like that's what
Yeah.
I use, an aluminum tray. And that way you could throw it away when you're done with it.
Yeah. I mean, I made
make
it in
a
aluminum
variation
trays.
of that with pineapple, but I don't use as much sugar because I'm diabetic. So I was
Right.
just wondering if I made your version, could I use something like Splenda?
They actually make I think they make a brown sugar Splendor. I mean, I guess you can use that. I think
I
my,
don't use any sugar at all in mine. And I just use butter or margarine and crushed pineapple.
but that's like a different recipe. That's like a different recipe. Like this is like more of a pecan-y, but they make a brown sugar Splendor. So maybe that,
Look into that, thank you.
yeah.
One of
other
the problems with Splenda is that if you over bake it, that's the problem. If you over bake it, it changes the texture. It kind of it's
Yeah,
not supposed to
but
overcook.
I've seen it in the stores. Any other questions?
Nope.
Okay,
Sounds good.
I'll see you guys later.
Okay, Ellen.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Oh, this is funny. Here, flip me around.
Flip you.
Flip us around.
Okay.
Tell us when we'll flip.
All right, you flipped.
All right, so we are going to be, welcome to our kitchen. We are going to be making.
We're also going to be making sweet potato pie
We are making.
with Splenda.
We are making mushrooms. I'm going to show Alan how to do it. It seems always the easiest way for me to teach him. So maybe come a little closer.
Oh.
All right. Just a little sentimental thing. I just want you guys to know that this is my mother-in-law's pot. It's her waterless pot. I don't know if Alice knows I have it, but now Alice does know I have it. So I love this pot. All right, first.
I'll do a side angle from over here.
Excellent. That's a bad angle, really. Okay.
Just
So,
had dinner.
so first, what we're going to do is, if you just have the mushrooms. Oh, wait, hold on a second. There's too many views here. You come closer. Okay. So we have the mushrooms. We need 16 ounces of mushrooms. You can cut them either way. You can cut them like this, or you can cut them in quarters. So I just left 2 out to show you guys how to do it. Alan?
Ellen, just a quick question. Can you use any type of mushroom?
Yes, the recipe calls for button mushrooms, but I've used what are those other ones called? Portobello mushrooms and baby bella mushrooms. I've used all different kind of mushrooms.
If you see any blood, please call First Med. Is anybody paying attention?
Okay, I know a few people are cooking with us. So I hope everybody has everything measured out. First, we're going to heat.
How did I do? Is this good?
Yes, but you didn't listen to what I said. I said.
Well, actually, you said you were going to do it. That's what I heard you
I
say.
said do some in slices and then choke and a half. But everybody gets the idea. Either you cut them in half before you cut them in slices. Okay, so we're gonna heat the large skillet over a high heat. Good, high, perfect. So everybody heat up your skillets.
Do you have to put oil in here?
Yes.
Well,
Hold on. So we have, they asked for 1/4 cup of oil split, which is 2 tablespoons and 2 tablespoons. So here's the first of 2 tablespoons.
Getting deep in.
if you don't have this dish, you could use any dish. It works just as well.
I like to measure things out. Okay. Then let it get a little warm. Give it a few seconds. Whoever's cooking with us, I hope you're following along. Ask any questions. Okay, then we're going to add all the mushrooms. Hold on a second. Let's make sure that the oil covers.
Oh, no, I put the back one on. Mistake. I only have the oven 10 years. I still don't know how to use it. See, if we weren't on Zoom, I'd be getting yelled at right there. I would be. Thank God for Zoom. Otherwise.
He didn't know how to turn off the oven yesterday. I asked
No,
him,
because the oven I did, the timer.
I'm glad I went first because I couldn't follow your act.
I can't even follow it.
Okay. All right.
Hey, that's no act.
Robin, you know that if it was just, she'd be screaming at me. That's why I put the wrong person.
Everybody knows right? I don't.
But now she's so nicey because it's on video.
I'm not gonna scream at you on video. Okay. So here you go. So add the
waiting for my French toast.
Oh.
Oh.
French toast. All right.
I got two big eaters here.
All right. Mushrooms in the pan, please.
Ooh, there we go.
Okay, Jacob, you get a close-up. Here you go. Here's your little spinner.
Actually, what are you doing?
I'm telling you what to do.
You're the sous chef.
Okay, so you are going to cook them for 3 to 5 minutes. It'll be about 3 minutes until they get a little caramelized.
Should I put the cover on? I could do that.
No. Now, the one problem with this pan is that this gets a little hot. So here, put this on.
Are you worried about me?
Yeah, of course. Hold it right there.
What do I need to really?
You hold it when you spin it,
This is the glove I usually wear at the bus stop. You know, when it's cold.
You'll see. You see? Okay, there you
go. Oh, that's looking good.
I don't know.
Oh, that's fun. Right.
Ellen, what kind of oil are you using?
We always
I don't think very little. You don't even see the oil.
It's good. Olive oil, Moshe, olive oil.
From Trader Joe's.
From Trader Joe's olive oil.
No, I got one that just popped
One
out.
flew away. Okay.
Very careful. Very careful.
All right. Just keep doing it. You'll see because mushrooms very quickly get liquidy, so you'll see that they'll start to cook.
For anyone curious.
Should it still be on high?
Yeah.
If I burn these mushrooms, we're gonna go right over to Bill Youberg.
Hold the pan, it's lifted all over.
Hold the pan.
No, it's like a lazy Susan pan. Going around.
Oh my God.
Lazy Susan.
Are they cooking? Yeah, you see now they're starting to cook. They should be starting to cook. I actually love this pan. It's very sentimental.
Besides being sentimental, is there something special about that pan?
Well, it's called a waterless pot. My mother-in-law always said that you couldn't do anything you put in will always come out delicious. So
it's true.
Yeah, it is true. I don't know if it was her cooking or what, but it's a waterless pot. And for anybody who is cooking with us, I did lower it just a little bit. I lowered this just a little bit. Okay, so you see they're starting to cook. Good. And I told you, mushrooms, they become a little watery. It's good. Keep it up. I know a few people are cooking with us. Does anybody have any questions so far, or everybody's good?
Well, it's important. It's important that you're not supposed to wash mushrooms before you cook them. You brush off any
Yeah.
whatever.
That's exactly what the direct. You'll see the directions tomorrow. It does say brush the mushrooms clean.
Why is that?
Because I guess when you wash them, like he says, they do get like little watery. All right, they're looking good. They're looking good. You see how they're cooking?
They smell great.
Thank you, Zachary.
Very smells delicious.
Beautiful.
I think we just put on the fence too.
Okay, so Zachary, show it again. See how they're beginning to get a little. Zach, come a little closer. Jacob. I'm sorry. Yeah. So you see how now they're cooking. Okay, so now we're gonna do the next step. So the next step is we're gonna add the remaining olive oil. You got?
I got my glove on. I can't.
Okay, so we're adding the remaining, so which is two tablespoons. We're adding that. We're adding an onion that was diced. Here's an onion that's diced.
That's a full onion?
Thank you for asking, Zachary. Yes, that's a full onion. That was diced. And then what I call the piece de resistance is the garlic that is minced. This gives it such a good flavor. Okay, now what I wanted to show everybody, wait, hold on. Okay, and we're gonna cook that till it's translucent. What I wanted to show everybody
Does
is,
that mean see-through?
yes, I don't like to buy a garlic and then play with it. So what I do is I buy the already peeled garlic, and
Only
this,
$3.99.
Wasserman's, you're frozen.
Frozen. Dina, you're frozen.
Dina is frozen too?
Frozen?
No, the Wassermans are
Just
frozen.
the Wassermans. Hold on.
Okay. I thought you were frozen. You were just very still.
No, Dana's not frozen.
I'm not frozen.
Both the guys are on on the second device, so maybe they can figure out there's a problem.
All right. So as we're waiting for the Wassermans to get back on, Robin, how's your pie going?
Going. Smells good. I actually ate some of the sweet potatoes that was left in my bowl. So good. It has like an orangey taste to it because of the orange juice.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. Bill?
You're doing good, Dina.
Hey, Bill. Bill, where are you? Bill?
This is Barbara. I have a question for Robin. Do you ever add cinnamon to the topping?
No. I mean, I guess you can. It just, like I said, I kind of follow a recipe the way it is. So I guess you could put what, like a little cinnamon in. I think it would give it a different kind of flavor though. I mean, it would give it a cinnamon flavor, which is would taste a little different than what we used to. I can't change the recipe because my family would be very upset.
Okay, so they're logging back in now. It seems their internet is not doing so well. So
yeah, they have a problem with their internet.
Yeah, always. So they'll be on in a little bit. So hey, Bill, do you want to unmute yourself and just tell us a little bit about your dish?
Are the Wassermans back?
Oh, I hear a Wasserman. Wait, who was that? Wait, Bill, are you unmuting yourself?
That sounded like Jacob, Dina.
Yeah, but I don't see them. That's what's weird.
No.
There is a box with them, but it's dark, no video.
Well, this is a lot of fun.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, now, oh, perfect, Bill. Why don't you just tell us a little bit about your dish while we wait for them to get back on? You're not going to cook yet, all right?
All right. Well, this is a good side dish, and I have been to many Thanksgiving dinners where you have Brussels sprouts. It's a very good side dish, and I had yeah, I like it, just as a side dish, regularly, because I stay home a lot, and it's just terrific. So I'm making the side dishes two ways. One is with garlic, and the other one is with ginger. And it turns out to be pretty good with both. So that's how it is. I wanted to just acknowledge that, I have some friends here. My friend Barbara Campbell, who's there. She has helped me with this recipe, so I want to acknowledge her for that. And hello to Diane, and I think Robert's on, and I'm not sure who else is on.
Excellent.
Okay.
So is this a dish that you often do for Thanksgiving also?
I haven't done it for Thanksgiving, but actually I haven't done it for Thanksgiving, but I've eaten it at Thanksgiving.
Right.
So my friend Robin made
Dina,
it.
can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you, but there's no picture. There you guys are. Wait.
All right, does everybody see us? This is so embarrassing.
Yeah, we got you. We're all good. All right, Bill. I'm gonna mute you again, Bill. Thank you.
Okay, we're so close to it was perfect timing. We planned it that way.
Is Jeffrey Ranner on?
Okay, so
Is Jeffrey Ranner on?
yeah. So
Yes.
If Jeffrey Ranner is on, I have a little statement. Maybe I shouldn't have called the cable operator this morning.
That's what he said.
He switched cable companies.
Oh my God.
Did he switch
All right,
cable
so now
companies?
Okay, so now
Need a cable bill.
all right,
You're
so
making me look like a big spender.
What are you saying? You're a big spender.
You're making me look like a big spender, you cheapo.
You're making him look like a big spender.
What are you up to, Fios or Cablevision?
Oh my
I
God.
can't get on with the cooking.
All right, so
Can I see the French toast again? I missed that the first time.
all right, Randa, cool it.
All right.
Now,
Okay.
now we're adding the wine, everybody.
The guy who never talks.
The guy who never talks.
Can we
We're
get
adding the
going? I
wine.
have to go to bed.
What? We're adding the wine. Oops, excuse me, Jane. And we're adding.
What
we're
kind
adding-
of wine?
People ask you what kind of wine.
Oh, has to be white wine. This is the one I just picked up in the supermarket. But sometimes I actually use the Bartonara Moscato. But I thought Enrique would laugh at me, so I didn't. And then we used
Alternate.
right. That's actually what I usually use. And then we have to put in a tablespoon of lemon juice.
Oh, another guy fell out now.
All right, we're putting in a
Stumped that
tablespoon
right
of lemon juice. And if anybody remembers, one other time we taught a class, you could just take a little stick and you put the hole in the lemon, and that's how you can get lemon juice without any seeds. And okay, so cook that till it reduces down a little bit. But since we fell behind, we're just gonna keep going. Then we add.
You might have thought, well, I didn't stop for a minute.
You're fantastic. Then the recipe, of course, calls for butter, but we don't cook with butter in the house because of all the dairy situation. But I wouldn't use butter anyway because it's a meat dish. So we always add the mushrooms with meat. So we're using margarine. If anybody wants to know, this is the margarine we use. Very healthy, very tasty. So now let's add the margarine. And the last thing that it calls for. Well, it calls for chili flakes, but Wassermans don't. Well, the older Wassermans don't use chili flakes. And then the last thing it calls for is parsley, but I always put in dill instead of parsley because I have issues. But today I put in parsley. So here's the parsley.
We got a little mushroom overboard.
Oh, mushroom.
That's because the pan is hot.
Right. So, okay, so the bottom line is we cook it for another minute. The mushrooms are delicious. I just want to tell you, the other night I practiced. I made the mushrooms again, and we had grilled chicken that Alan had barbecued. We added some grilled chicken into it. The grilled chicken with the mushrooms was delicious. We just put it over rice. You have a whole meal. But right now, this is the mushrooms. Thank you, everybody, for your patience. Thanks for coming to our kitchen. Let's move on to Bill. And Bill and Robin, thank you for filling it.
Bill, if you could unmute yourself, that would be great. Bill.
Here you go. Could you hear me?
Yep, perfect. Thank you.
All right. Where's Ellen? Ellen, could you tell me if you could see me okay? Hello?
I see you fine.
See you perfectly, Bill.
You can see that I'm working, okay? I want to say hello to everyone. Hello to Cheryl. I saw Tamara's on. Hello to everybody, Diane and Bruce, okay?
You have to move the camera so we could see your hands. We see you, but we don't see your hands when they're working.
So how do I do that?
You have to move the camera over.
All right. I think I have to make it higher or lower. That ain't better? Can you see?
We can see the tray now.
See the tray? How about now? You can see? Hello?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, all right, so I'm gonna make Brussels sprouts. I already cut the Brussels sprouts. It's very important to cut them. And then you have to cut the tips off, and I already did that. So I'm gonna cut some more tips off. I did most of them just to show you guys. You take it and you cut the tips off, and then you have to make sure that they're cut in half, okay? The bigger ones the smaller ones don't necessarily have to be cut in half. Can you see me okay?
Do you take off the outer leaves? Because sometimes it has like little heavy leaves on them.
Yeah, but the outer leaves, my friend Barbara told me, are very good to have because they're like potato chips when they're cooked. So the outer leaves, you bake them. Make sure not to throw them out.
Yeah, the outer leaves get crispy and crunchy.
Yeah, crispy and crunchy. Okay, so now I have enough here. I'll show you. You can see it. Can you see it all right? I can move the camera a little bit. Now let me move the camera. Can you see it okay now?
No, show us better. We don't see the
I see your knives.
Yeah, we don't see the Brussels sprouts yet.
All right. All right, I'll just moving it here. And just tell me when you see the Brussels sprouts. Okay, you see them now?
I assume that you're cutting the Brussels sprouts lengthwise, correct?
Lengthwise, here, you can see it like that, okay? So now I'm gonna put all the Brussels sprouts in this little bowl here to wash it off. Little bowl here. Okay, wash them off.
Do you cut them first and then you wash them?
Yeah, you cut them first and then you wash them. Now you take them in this big Ziploc bag that I just got, and you open up the bag and you put it in the Ziploc bag, okay? Here they go. Take some olive oil. I take about 1/3 cup of olive oil. Mix it in the bag. Okay. And close the bag and shake it up. You may, at this point, it's probably good. I forgot to put a little salt, so I'll put a tablespoon of salt in. Tablespoon of salt is good. Mix it in the bag. Okay, shake it up. Right, and now you have it all ready to go. Okay.
Bill, it's only so far olive oil and salt. That's it.
Wait. Okay. Now you got the cooking pan. All right, with aluminum foil. I put it on the cooking pan. Like this. Beautiful. Look how beautiful it looks. Can you see? Hard to see. Hard to see. I don't know how to put the camera so you can see it. Okay. Can you see it now? All right.
So the question I have is, do you put the halves on facing down, the cut side down, or does it really matter?
I don't think it matters. I really don't think it matters. So I put the I put it either way, but I make sure to put the leaves. Now I have the little thingamajig here that I've used for years, and it cuts garlic cloves. So I have garlic cloves right here. You see them? And you put it down and chop, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now you have the garlic clove, and you want to put it on the mix. Just mix it up over the Brussels sprouts. Now another thing to do, which I've been trying, is this ginger. Okay, so I already peeled the ginger. So I want to shred the ginger using this little box shredder, and you just go like that, and you peel the ginger. Now I don't think it's a good idea to put. I don't know if olive oil. If garlic cloves and ginger go together. So on half of the pot, on half of the cookie dish, I'm putting ginger. On half of it, garlic clove. Okay. So now I take the shredded shredded ginger, and I put it on the portion of the Brussels sprouts that was not put with the garlic. Set the oven here to 400 degrees, and the time is 18. You got to be careful not to overdo it, because sometimes I can overdo it. So now it's cooked, and here is the final. This is the final. This is it after it's finished, because I already made some. Let me see if I can somehow make the camera. So can you see it? Yes? Hard to see. Yeah. The camera angle's a little tough. All right. Can you see it?
Perfect. Yeah.
And so here you got half. I put it in half. Half is on one side with the ginger, and half with the garlic cloves. And that's it. 18 minutes. So it's not a very hard recipe, but it's a lot of fun. It tastes good, and it's simple. Questions?
Looks delicious.
I don't have a question, but I have two things. One, I buy my Brussels sprouts already halved because I don't like to cut anything. And also, the other thing is I also do that in my air fryer.
What?
What's that?
I roast vegetables like that in my air fryer.
Well, well, you're fancier than I am. I don't have an air fryer there.
Black Friday, very cheap.
Okay.
They also add lemon juice in it.
Lemon juice would probably be good with it, yes.
Yeah. So in the middle of cooking, I take it out and put some lemon juice like 5 minutes before it's done.
Oh, that sounds yummy.
And if you like spicy, I would add chili lime seasoning.
I'm eating one now.
Yeah.
That's for you two, jalapenos.
And you know, I know we always keep talking about Trader Joe's, but Trader Joe's is not only cut in half, they're shaved Brussels sprouts. So you don't have to do any work. Oh, are those your mushrooms?
Mushrooms.
Oh, do they smell good?
Aaron is
Yum.
Yeah.
Now I'm happy.
Okay.
That's it. Thank you.
Thank
This
you,
was a lot of fun to do.
Thank you, Bill.
so much, Bill. So now,
Thanks, Bill.
Robin.
Yes.
So how is your pie doing?
So I just took it out of the oven, but it still has like another half an hour. So give me 1 second. Yeah, so that's kind of what it looks like. It'll be a little bit, see it's bubbling. It'll be a little bit more, like the brown sugar is not totally melted yet, but, and then it's from the side. So you see the potatoes and this topping.
Well, that's beautiful, Robin.
Thank you, Dina. You want to taste it?
I do. Well, thank you, Robin, Ellen, and Bill for tonight's Thanksgiving Sides edition of Homemade with TGP. We are off next week because it's Thanksgiving weekend and we don't do this on holiday weekends. And we will be back on Sunday, December 6th with Khazan Bear, who will be making his hazelnut espresso brownies and a carve garlic cheese Ritz casserole, which sounds amazing. So tomorrow the email will go out with the video and recipes from tonight. And for those of you who are not on our mailing list, you can always sign up at templegates.org. And also you could ask your friends to forward you the recipes. So thank you all for joining us tonight. And that's all. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Love the beach